Blake, I know you said you want to start with some story time. How about you start with some story time?
Well, I don't know. I was
you
just
want to
kind
tell
of
us?
thinking to recap since the last episode. I feel like that would be nice, but
First,
Okay, yeah.
I fucked your mama, then I fucked your mama.
Dude,
Then I
what?
fucked your mama.
Oh,
first,
dude!
your mom hit me up wanting some of that D.
She would never.
Do you have a sister?
I gotta call her right now, live on the podcast.
I was at that place. I'm gonna call it the island.
The place.
I'm gonna call it the island because like that's pretty.
Oh damn.
Well, you can, like I said, you also can feel free to say location. Don't give too much intel of the location, like the exact details in this street sign. No, like just you can say the location for us.
No, I was at the island.
So,
well, the day started at the island.
Mhm.
My girl got up super early. She woke me up.
wait, did you sleep at the island?
No.
Like a hut?
Did you?
Oh, okay.
Pop
You were saying you walked out with like a little piece of skin holding over your penis, like a fucking caveman on an
I
island
walked out with my loincloth with my club
Yeah.
and my spear ready to go get some fish.
with his dick wrapped around a stick and putting his butt cheeks.
This
so it wouldn't
motherfucker's
get
this
caught in
motherfucker's
storm.
in Hatchet right now.
He's playing Rust.
And then a plane
IRL. He's
landed.
waiting for the next
A
loot
plane
crate.
landed and there was a father and a child. We took the child.
Oh dear.
We took the
The
child.
Yeah, this is actually our guest for today. It's Alan Grant. You may be familiar with him. He was on Jurassic Park. That's the island we're talking about.
Oh, okay.
That happened on an
think
island,
so,
right?
Yeah, Jurassic
Or
Park.
the new
Park?
one happened on an island.
Yeah, because
Was
they
it just
fucked
the
up
new
part
one?
of the city.
I think the
And Vince
original.
Vaughn was in
Whoa,
the second one.
what the original? I'm pretty sure the original 3 were on an island, and the 3 after that
No,
were in the
because the
United
first
States
one was
because
good.
they had like a.
The first one was good.
The third one.
The third one they went
was
back to the
good.
island, but the second one,
The-
remember they were transporting the big ass dinosaur over.
I got a name, Just
they
saying. They were
were transferring Big Nate over
Naposaurus
seaside,
Rex.
shoreside, stateside.
Did you guys watch the last
Fuck no.
Jurassic World movie?
Fuck.
I don't see it.
I did. And let me just say, if I was editing that movie,
Really?
I would have made it better. So, it was a fine movie, but if you would have took the first 45 minutes out, I think
So
it
would
would've
you
been
be
an
able to
excellent
fix
movie.
all the plot holes in the writing and the shitty storytelling as well? Because that's
No.
He just edits
But-
Chris Pratt out of the movie.
But it was not that bad compared to the other
bro.
recent installments to it. The first 45 minutes was absolutely useless. There was no plot building. There was nothing. It was a lot of like audible gasp and people disappearing. And then after that, the movie started picking up, and I was enjoying it. But it wasn't like this is the greatest movie I've ever seen. Enjoy it. Like this movie's so bad, and I'm really high.
So
right now.
was it like an average time movie, like an hour and a half, 2 hours, or was it longer?
You know what?
Okay.
I think it was like 2.5 hours. But like I said, I could cut an hour out, make the movie worth it. Let me edit the movie.
By
and
God,
send
I'll
it
make
to you
it
so
an
you can
hour and a
watch it.
half.
Just cut out this part I don't like.
There's an extra 30 minutes at the end where Brad's just looking into a camera.
At one
He's going
point,
da
at,
da 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 da.
at a random hour mark, one of my YouTube videos start playing. You're
you're-
gonna watch the entire thing.
If you're a Jurassic World lover, make sure to leave a
God.
comment.
yeah,
Jurassic World is the best. Jurassic World.
If you think about it like this,
he's wearing his Jurassic World shirt.
Smash that like
He's
button.
wearing a Jurassic World
Obliterate that
shirt.
bell.
Ring-a-ding that bell.
The notification bell.
So what happened at the island? Did you?
oh no,
how
it was
many?
just, it was just.
Did you kill any panthers?
No, dude, it
Did you
was
hunt?
no, it was a good day. It was like if you watch a movie and it like montages through like the main character's like day out with his girl, having a good time, going to the outlets, spooling her and watching her, This is really wholesome. I really enjoy
Stalking
it.
her from afar.
It's like the days
Not too close though.
It's like the days when my job sucks. I have days like this and I'm like, okay. this is what it's for.
This is worth it. Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I say every time I pull into the Taco Bell drive-thru. I'm sitting there in my car and I'm sweating because I'm about to get my food, dude. And I'm saying,
I'm
this is
home.
why I work. This is why I do it. This is why I put in 40+ hours at work. Because I need this bell. I need the bell.
I need to hear that bell, baby.
I'm laying on my horn because they just handed the person not their food, just their Baja Blast. I need them to get the fuck out of my way, dude. Get out.
Jeez. I'm waiting. Just lays on the horn. I could see it.
I get out, push the car.
I had a dude walk in front of me at the Taco Bell drive-thru to get his food once.
No
I don't know
shame.
how this happened, but he was just walking in the drive-thru. He's just a dude.
Hey, he's got places to be.
Yeah.
Food to fuck. You know, you on that grind. You can't let the haters get you.
Yeah, I pull up and I'm like, can I get a yellow babber?
Fucking dentless, bro.
Have you seen that
You know-
video?
No.
This dude
What
goes to a
is it?
drive-thru and he goes, can I get a yellow babber? And this woman behind the counter goes, you about to get nothing. Get your broke ass out of this line or you ain't getting food. Can I get a yellow babber?
Can I get a little battery? This is really, really off topic, and we can go back to the recap from the last week. But I promised Marcus I would talk about this.
Okay.
So I forgot what brought it up. I think we were talking about the dentist, and we were talking about Bluetooth, and I was complaining that everything has Bluetooth.
Yeah.
I go to Walmart, my underwear has Bluetooth. I get Taco Bell, my Doritos Locos burrito Bluetooth. It
What's
has
wrong with
Bluetooth
that?
in it. What I'm trying to apply is we were talking about that, and I was like, do you remember when they put Bluetooth in toothbrushes, where they had that teeth jams, where you would brush your teeth and play music?
Yikes.
Dude, I
Imagine.
want that so bad. I want
Dude,
to.
we were talking, and I was like, imagine like hooking that to a subwoofer and brushing your teeth with it at 9 a.m, and it's just blowing your teeth up. The sound waves are pushing your teeth away.
Start swallowing.
I like my teeth, and there's a gap. It split the seat because the
I'd be listening
sound.
to Chip Skylark.
I had one.
Shiny
I
teeth
had
and me,
the
motherfucker.
Y'all spit your toothpaste or drink it.
What? That's not a
What?
question. You're
You
supposed
guys brush your
to spit that.
teeth? I'm just kidding.
Alright.
I spit it. Now here's a real question. I don't know if you guys know this. Do you guys dry spit or do you spit and then rinse your mouth out?
Most of the time, I rinse my mouth out.
I rinse my mouth out, but you're supposed to let it
Yeah.
sit in your mouth. You're supposed to spit it and do not rinse your mouth.
I remember
for 15
specifically
minutes.
one time I did that, and my grandfather was like a Navy shipmate during Vietnam, so things were real shipshape in his home when I stayed there. Great guy, and I remember him walking into the bathroom one morning, because when I was like 7, 8, I just shit with the door open, everything, So he walks in, and I'm fucking
Alpha.
brushing my teeth, right, and I, do you spit do the thing that everybody taught me how to do, and then I took my little tiny paper cup and I just shot it.
Mm.
And you would have thought that I had broken something. He's like, "What are you doing?"
Mm.
I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He says, "That defeats the purpose of brushing your teeth." He said, "Everything you just brushed and got clean, you just washed away." So
Yep,
I never
yep.
did it from there. I don't know if that's true. Any dentists can confirm.
Any dentists in the chat, make sure you dislike the video.
I don't trust people who work for big teeth, big tooth.
Big tooth.
It's a monopoly industry,
Big
man. I think Brad's a I don't believe him. I think he's a spokesman for Big Tooth.
Well, I can't start my morning until I brush my teeth with honey.
How much did the dentist pay you, Brad? To spread their lies and propaganda.
I know you're in
He
their pocket.
he bought me Taco Bell in the 11th season of Big Bang Theory. So
Now
pretty
Brad's
well-
That's all
gonna
it would
be
take.
talking about fucking charcoal toothbrushes and how we need to use them.
I have that, dude. It's clean. It whitens the teeth. It not only gets that little crevices you need.
Mhm.
You want whiter teeth? You use charcoal.
Yep.
I have 3 different types of toothbrushes and toothpaste.
Do you use the Crest charcoal one? I tried it once.
I
and
do
enjoyed it.
Crest charcoal. I do Crest cavity care, and then I do. There's another one. I think it's just a plain out another whitening one. I wake up in the morning like I'm about to eat breakfast. Like, which one did I use this morning? And I look at my options, and I take a minute, and I grab one of them, and I just brush my little teeth.
Oh.
I bet your dentists
Lining them up like that sounds like the most fucking SpongeBob shit I've ever heard in my life. I line
Yeah.
them
Yeah.
3 separate.
I do wake up in square pants every morning.
Yeah, but like,
so.
dude, that's the thing. Like, why would I put charcoal on my teeth? I'm not fucking grilling,
You better
I
be
walk
using
in there,
propane if
John's
you're grilling.
teeth is steaming.
Propane.
It's like,
So-
there's like heat coming off of them.
Let's hypothetically let's say that we use propane on our teeth when it comes to brushing teeth. What would happen then?
Oh.
Would it be whiter?
Well, that would just be
I-
a gas. So I feel like it would just make your breath stink more.
I feel
Yeah.
like
Wait,
you'd end
wait.
up having to go to the hospital, to be quite honest.
Wait. What did they do before there was charcoal toothbrushes? They just beat their face with rocks? Like what? What if they just rub their teeth with mold?
The original design for toothbrushes, I believe, came
Wasn't it a
from
wick, like a wax, like
hog hair, boar hair.
Yeah, something like
I thought it was like a type of tree. I thought it was something like they chewed on and it would clean their teeth.
God, I hope
like
the
it would get all the
Some
flat-
cultures had that practice.
because
That's probably what I'm thinking of. Then it may, I don't think one person was like, "Holy shit, guys, we can clean our teeth." Like, I think
Most
one
medieval
person.
Europeans, much like modern day Smash players, did not bathe very often.
That's a
What's
statement.
bathing? That's a fact. That's what that is. That's not a
It's-
statement.
dude,
That's a
times were
fact.
tough back in the day. I remember a story my grandmother telling me. She was like, "John, when I was 15, I lost all my teeth. And I've had dentures all my life." I'm like, damn. Big tooth wasn't
No.
prominent back then.
Listen, my grandma was a really, really unique person.
Yeah.
She was from, I'm going to bleep it out, but she was from the.
oh shit.
Damn.
So I didn't want to go to her house, but I was forced to a lot.
Yeah.
So I would go to her house and we would go to the store. She loved Kmart, dude. When she talked about Kmart, she started shaking like me and Taco Bell.
Kmart.
And we went to Kmart and she used to do some really weird stuff. For example, she would piss. Just piss where she was standing.
What?
Damn.
How
Yeah,
the fuck was she not banned from the Kmart then, Brad?
I don't know. It happened more times than I could.
Please tell me she
can
wore a
remember.
catheter or diapers or something.
They see
No,
they got to
she
where
wore
they would
a-
see her walk
she-
in and they'd go,
She wore a long dress and she would just widen her leg and just piss. And
What
I'm
the
like, Grandma, stop! She's like, shut up. And she's letting she's frying chicken. I don't know.
Yes.
I was like 7.
Public
You think I
indecent.
fucking know it was illegal? Like, Grandma, do you pay your taxes? I'm just asking the most like 7-year-old questions.
You know, I remember when I was 8, bro, I took my finger and put it in one of those fucking car cigarette lighter things when that was still a thing, dude. And I watched my skin disintegrate, but my grandma was in the front seat, and I knew if I told her I burnt myself, I'd get my ass beat. So it was like,
she burned your other
I'm
hand.
just like, I didn't do this, I'll never do this again, put it back.
I remember.
Go ahead.
I remember when I was like 7 or 8. I tried to stand upside down on a tree because I saw Gaara do it in Naruto.
Mhm.
That's right.
So I got
for
like
real.
a single foot or two up the tree and just ate shit immediately.
Me and my cousin used to try to burn up trees, and then we get splinters in our feet, and we go inside and cry and watch Naruto again.
I used to take in bugs off the trees. They fucking latch onto the trees, and I don't know what the fuck, cicadas? I don't know.
Cicadas.
Dude,
Katydids.
Katydids, bro.
Katydids.
They get out of the shell, bro. And
Those
I'd
bu-
collect that shit.
Oh, cicadas shed. They climb on trees too.
Do they?
Katydids are like the leaf bugs.
Well, I don't like bugs, so fuck them all.
Well, I've got 3 large insects pulling up to your house right now.
It's a gigantic stick
It's
bug,
my
a
shooters,
large
motherfucker.
lady. It's like the cast of what is it, Bug's Life? It's
Yeah, I've got all of them.
and Harrison's.
You ever see
driving.
the movie Ants? I got every one of those motherfuckers, human size, pulling up to your house right now.
Ant-Man.
They
Well,
heard
I
you were
can't-
talking shit.
Well, sucks for them. I like eating ants, so
Yikes.
I'm going to eat them.
I heard there's good protein in that.
Why don't you go tell me? Why don't you go find out and tell me?
I don't know.
For sure.
I've been seeing posts recently about a new government conspiracy that the elite rich people want you to eat bugs and kill you with it.
Hell yeah.
That sounds like something I'd hear from a redneck at work.
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like there'd be better ways for the government to kill you other than making you eat bugs.
Don't go to Shoney's, man. They're putting Adderall
Yeah,
in
dude,
the
they would
food or something.
Put carcinogens in our food that's distributed by one big name company called Carter Foods. They supply McDonald's with all their food, multiple fast food chains. And
Well,
grocery
also,
stores.
I feel like the government doesn't want to kill us too quick because, I mean, they got to make money off of us.
It's all a big wheel, bro. They put it in our food.
No, it's
so
all
by the
drug
time-
money. It's all drug money.
No, dude.
Listen.
No. Hang on. Hear me out.
It's so fun
30
to figure out the Earth is flat.
30 seconds. Let me lay it on you. I didn't
Okay.
want to label myself as the conspiracy theorist of this podcast or like the government whack job, but here we go.
No, you're the federal agent.
We're about to get fucking swatted. We're about to get swatted right
No,
here.
dude.
Go ahead and speak it out, brother.
No, so it's all big chain, right? They put the shit in our food. In apples that you buy at the grocery store, did you know that there's a layer of pesticidal wax on those motherfuckers?
Yes, that's why I
That's
wash
been
my
linked
apples.
to colon cancer.
Mm.
I gotta quit washing
Yeah.
my apples.
So it's all a big circle. It feeds into each other. They start putting it, and it's not at any elevated levels that's going to make it happen in 5-10 years. No, it's going to be something slow that builds over time. So by the time we're 50, 60, we have all these, problems. We're going to the doctors for. We have to get what? Prescriptions. It's all just, it all goes hand in hand. But anyway, yeah.
Well, that's because all the rich business owners who own businesses in these industries also can just lobby the government to lower regulations so where they can get away with putting these things in the food.
Yep.
And we've already seen how the pharmaceutical industry works. I mean, how corrupt it is and how little the
Don't
government
even-
will do to
I
stop
mean,
it.
Don't even
get me started on
Yeah.
that.
Don't even get me fucking started on Jello, bro.
Don't even get me started on Big Tooth.
When me and Emery just went to the store and she wanted a snack, and I was looking at the cookies, the crackers, and they had these new ones. My jaw hit the fucking pavement, dude. I'm flabbergasted again.
What that bitch say?
I look at the back; they are lemon meringue cracker cookies. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like a peanut butter cracker, and I look at it. Half a pack was almost like a little over 250 calories. I literally was like, there ain't no way this is illegal. This is legal. There's no way they can just sell this in the store. These are some of the most unhealthy products I've ever seen in my entire life.
I want to give you some homework.
Well,
I
it's
want
your
you
right to buy them, but I mean, it's also you get the consequences if you decide to.
Hey, it was my right to put it back on the fucking shelf.
I want
bet that shit was
you
pricey,
to.
too.
I want you to research
like
the
$8.
calorie count and the nutritional facts of everything on Long John Silver's menu.
I think you're talking.
If you eat at
the
Long
right
John's, you
person.
deserve to have health problems.
Listen,
Right.
I think you're
middle
talking.
age.
I care about what I put in my body now more than ever.
Yeah.
Before I don't even look at what I'm about to eat. I just look at the calories.
Yeah.
My ass literally walks in the store. I just grab something off the counter. And go, nope, nope. Like this is good. This is good. What is it? And I turn around and it's like bratwurst. I'm like, no, and I put it back.
Well, it's.
So.
I mean, Long John Silver's Crusties.
Oh my
Right.
god, yeah, dude.
Listen, I hate
Heart
I
disease.
hate to tell you
but-
this.
I don't
I
care
like-
that much about what I eat. I would still never put Long John Silver's in my body.
I liked Long John's as a kid.
Yeah.
I never ate their fish before though.
I'm here to
They're
tell
chicken
you, I worked
bussin'.
there. That was my first job, and
That's what I always ate.
it's every bit of it's bussin', boys. It's so good.
I'm a hush puppy man.
It's
I'm not gonna lie.
those are fire.
I love me some hush puppies, and then I used to get the chicken. That was everything for me. But I haven't ate there in a very, very long
Oh yeah. What
time.
about Captain D's?
I'm surrounded by fucking big Long Johns right now.
I ordered it.
I bet you're an Arby's lover.
dude.
So
I only ever get one thing from Arby's. I just get the roast beef.
you know what I get by Arby's? I pull in. They are. How can I help you? And I laugh. I just laugh and then I peel out. I don't even order anything. I will not eat there, dude. I feel like I don't know. JJ has told me horror stories of that place,
That's
and I
most
just
food
not.
service.
And he said he will never eat there. But no. You know, our fellow Hardee's employee we have in the chat, what he tells me isn't that bad from what JJ told me about Arby's. So, Arby's? Fuck.
Can
Come on the
lick my
podcast and
whole
defend
asshole,
yourself.
dude.
Well, you know, Hardee's, the employees that work at Hardee's, they're feeding my papa. So I mean, they gotta be
Yeah.
good. You know, they gotta.
They better be on top of their shit, dude.
I feel like Hardee's is a horrible place unless it's before 9 a.m.
Yep.
Dude, that's like a nightclub. I walk in at 6 a.m. There's like a senior citizens party
right.
in there.
Yep.
They got the they got the stripper pole. They got the hash browns. They got
Swapping stories.
they are going ham.
I love it.
It's like they're carrying people out daily because of their hips breaking and their heart attack because how fucking greasy the food is.
I could imagine like a Hardy's film being like an old fucking saloon, and then all of a sudden somebody from Texas rolls up on a horse, bruh. They step down, they open those like swingy things, whatever the fuck they're called, and then
The doors.
yeah. And he's like, why is this called Hardy's? This ain't Carl's Jr. You know?
Oh,
Hold
that
on, someone's
reminds me.
knocking on my like thingy that swings open when somebody needs to come in.
Yeah.
Dude, I
No,
can't
like
get
you
out
know
of this
Old West Time.
place that has like
Old West Time, like saloon.
yeah, we don't
Yeah.
yeah. It was the swaying door, like the swaying like wooden door.
Part of
Um,
the war.
I will say this, speaking of fast food, we here in Tennessee are officially getting an In-N-Out
Is it, wait,
Yes,
is
sir.
It, are we getting it
in the
Nashville?
2024. They have not
Fuck
revealed
yeah,
the
all
location,
we had to do was
but
make
the
homelessness
West,
illegal.
the West,
That's a
I think
joke.
The In-N-Out Corporation, I can look through the exact number, but it was like I want to say roughly well over $1 million to spread the franchise over the East.
That would be nice.
So we are getting it. It's confirmed. I don't know where they're going to put it in Tennessee, but I doubt it'd be in fucking Oakdale or some bullshit like that.
Mhm.
Fuck no.
And I'll leave that name in there because that is a Wild West.
It really, I mean, once you hit Oakdale, you know, you're going through Wartburg, and then you know.
Don't get me started, dude. I swear to God, I was delivering some packages today. I seen a tumbleweed come by and slit somebody's throat. It is dangerous over there, dude. It is dangerous.
I dated a girl from Wartburg one time. And that was,
Hey, fuck you, buddy.
Harrison's from Wartburg, so we're gonna keep this in. He's from, so it's past Jones.
that
Morgan
explains
County,
a lot.
Tennessee is the best place on fucking earth, by God. Wartburg is the best town to ever grace this.
This is
land.
God's hometown. Okay.
Do you watch the Bulldogs? Did you watch the high school game the other day with the Bulldogs back up?
You go down there to Partners, and not only that, they got the Tokyo Grill, Hardee's,
Don't you
and
talk
Sonic.
shit about Partners Pizza. The one in Wartburg is so good.
The one that is no longer there.
That's the one in OS, you fucking dingaling.
That's now they're not there because they closed down because I could be wrong. I think they scored like a 40 something on their health score.
Sheesh. That's how you
Which
know
is
it was
anything
good.
under
Oh my God.
I think anything under 78, if I'm not mistaken, is automatic. Like you're done. Like we're shutting you down right now.
Close your doors.
Yeah, well, Partners be packing their motherfucking bags and cooking the pizzas outside now. I'm assuming.
Tokyo
I
Grill's
don't-
good too.
What is Tokyo Grill?
It's their little Asian restaurant they have there. You know it's good because they give you your food in grocery bags when you order
Mm.
takeout.
There ain't nothing better than going to an Asian restaurant and seeing American cook. I'm just kidding. That's knowing you're about to have the worst food of your life. Well, John Harrison, do you have anything to bring to the
Yeah,
cast
bring the
tonight?
story time, bro. What's been
Bring
going
the
on?
story time.
Brad, you haven't given
yes.
us any story time either.
This sample of depleted uranium-238.
I don't know what that means, but yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Where did you get that information?
Well,
This totally disarmed atomic bomb. Let's see. Not at the moment, but just let me think.
John,
Well,
while you
I
while
will
he's thinking.
say,
Oh yeah.
Big Napier.
Yeah.
I just been on that grind, man. I've been making videos.
You've been killing it.
I actually, dude, I'm getting back into Hellboy right now. I'm starting to read the comics again.
I noticed that with your. Did you ever read
Yeah.
The Watchmen?
I love Watchmen.
Dude,
love
that's my
Watchmen.
favorite. That's my favorite.
The only trouble I had with Watchmen is it has this little sub-story about something a mariner or something.
Bro,
You know how it's got like that comic the comic inside the comic. That
Yep.
was a little bit confusing
No, dude.
on my first read, but
Everything about that series is just perfect. to me.
fantastic.
I love it.
I think Rorschach is one of the best characters in
Ever
that.
written.
Just
I
yeah,
love Dr.
even
Manhattan's dick.
I actually have the 4K version of that movie where it's just zoomed on his penis the entire time. The movie's like 30
Veins and
minutes
all.
long. It's like it's swaying, like the camera's following it and everything.
But what about the scenes where he's not naked? What scenes?
It
where
skips
he's not
part of that
naked?
movie. There's no, it like skips. The movie's like 35 minutes long. And it's like, it just keeps, it just shows his penis and it
3
keeps
hour
cutting.
movies.
It's like 35 minutes long. He like cut out every sing but his fingers.
I'm crying right now. I'm legitimately, dude. My face is it's hurting so bad right now. I love The Watchmen. I'm glad that y'all. Okay.
Yeah, that is a very. That's my brother's favorite. I would guess you'd call it superhero movie. That's his favorite.
I have to see.
My favorite superhero is Dr. Manhattan because he can do literally fucking anything and beats anyone.
Did he have foreskin?
Listen, I hope. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He was circumcised. He was circumcised.
Yeah, he was a Jew.
Because when the movie was playing, I was about 13. I walked up to the screen. I did like a little photo thing with my hands. Got the measuring tape out. I'm like, this man's cut. Slapped him up, and I sat back down and enjoyed the movie.
I said he's a little Jew boy. That's politically incorrect. He's Jewish. The character is Jewish.
I hate to bring it up on the second part of the episode, but I am circumcised, and I just want to say I'm better than Harrison because Harrison is not circumcised. So
I'm sorry, what? I'm listening to like a lower evolved life form talking.
Nah, dude, they cut some skin off. So that way they can make room for the robotic suit I'm gonna have on when I beat the shit out of you.
I would be impressed. I would be surprised if your people can construct robotic suits. What with your primitive circumcised technology?
Yeah, but you know, like the skin.
Send me a video of me brushing my teeth with a rock.
What do you do for work since you're circumcised? Do you like go into work and pick up a really big rock and set it back down again? Or?
All day.
How did you know what I did?
Who told?
You can't be telling.
Yeah, but what do they do with the skin? You know when they cut that shit, what do they do there? Just toss it in the trash?
Oh, I want mine back. God damn it, I want it back.
I actually know what they do.
They let you keep it. They put mine in a box that's like a gift box, and I look at it. I got to look at it on my 18th birthday.
They make it into a ring.
Well, you get two options actually. My mom.
What am I? It turns me into Sauron.
It's
the
necklace.
one ring.
It's a necklace. My mom and dad always told me there was two options when you get the foreskin cut. You get to either one, you throw it away or take it home. It's up to you. That's one option.
No
Two,
way.
they actually take it and they use it to help the astronauts travel through space because it's so elastic. It's like it keeps them warm.
So we're better than
You're
Spike.
fucking
They're
with
covered
me
in-
at this point. You're actually fucking with me at this point. This is not a real thing.
Yes, I'm fucking with
Okay,
you. It was a bit.
I was like, no, I'm super
You like
gullible.
you
dude.
looking at the
can't do that
first.
shit to
You
me.
look at the first moon landing and they're covered in foreskin.
I just look like a bunch
You're
of
like,
dicks.
what the fuck?
Sometimes I like to let people snuggle up in my foreskin. It's like
Dude,
a little
me and
blanket.
Harrison,
Kangaroo.
I love going to the movies with Harrison because I don't carry my bag into the movies because they don't like it. But when me and Harrison go to the movies, we sit down. I go, Harrison, you bring the snacks. He peels my foreskin. I get the popcorn. He got the candy.
It takes a
He
little
got
bit
the
longer than
drinks.
that because I have to get out all the spare change, the Acme,
No,
the
dude.
Acme anvil I have
We
in
got,
there.
we got kicked out one time because it's like a little gun, so it shoots all this stuff out. So we're sitting there, and all of a sudden you see the projector, and you see little things flying in front of the screen because Harrison's trying to shoot my popcorn out of my drink.
He's got fucking uranium fuel rod
It's
in
hitting
there.
people in the head. He shoots out a Skylander just for me.
Dude, every time I look
Thanks,
at Birdo
honey.
from Mario, I'm just like, damn. This really be foreskin.
Are you
Birdo
are
from
you
Mario?
saying you want to fuck Birdo?
Whoa, no.
I've seen some stuff on
Yes. Yes.
Well, she can't really speak English, dude. She's gonna be sitting there, and you're gonna be mid-stroke, and she's going or whatever sound Birdo makes.
Shoot eggs at me, bro, and I'm just getting it, bro. Like,
Who's the chick from Street Fighter?
Chun-Li?
Blanca?
Tammy.
No, Blanca's not the chick from Street Fighter, dude. That's the large green man. What are you trying to
Yep,
say?
that's the chick. Yep,
No,
that's the chick.
That's what I say. Chris D'Elia said it in one of his live Netflix specials, so I believe Chris.
Blanca is not the chick.
Bro, look, somebody, Jamie, pull it up.
Yeah, that's so funny. You're talking about that. I was like, we need.
We need
Today
a
I was
Jamie.
thinking about it, and we need a Jamie. I was listening to a podcast, and they said the same thing. They're like, we need a Jamie.
We need to get Leslie to do it.
Jamie,
No,
pull that up. See how we get a Jamie.
do you guys know what a Jamie is?
Pull it up.
John Harrison, do you know what a Jamie is?
Jamie? Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
I'll be
yeah.
a Jamie.
It's that
I'll be a Jamie. What was the question? I'll look it up.
Blanca's-
Let's look up
Blanca.
Blanca Street Fighter.
I should not be the Jamie, dude. I can't spell.
It's the big green man with electric powers.
Blanca. It is the big green man. Yeah.
Oh.
Blanca, that's what I thought too.
I thought it was a girl.
It is.
Oh, okay. So it is a woman. Okay. She is a woman.
This is actually.
Jesus Christ. She is a woman.
This is actually Blanca is actually one of my favorite characters as a kid from Street Fighter. It was Ken and Blanca.
Oh wow, I see.
Ken and Waka Flocka? I didn't know he's in Street Fighter.
Oh my goodness. On a video playing. We do need a Jamie though.
True.
I'm sorry putting this thing up.
Can Sarah pull that up?
Yeah. We need somebody that spells, and while we're even speaking, they're already looking shit up to make sure we're telling the truth.
I tried to get
You're out
my
here
girl,
looking at
man.
the
I was
astronaut
like, you
foreskin.
could be our Jamie. She was like, no.
You know, I'm gonna move us down to the podcast because I feel like someone's about to get in.
Oh, are we not in the podcast?
Harrison and
No,
Roy.
we were just kind of in the motion. Other than that, you know, I'm getting back into Hellboy. I'm actually gonna rewatch all the movies, the Raul Parman movies, and then the newest one. Even though it is I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent with the newest movie.
I like David Harbour.
I don't think it's his fault.
No,
I think
it
it's the
can't be.
writing's
He's
fault
perfect.
because I thought the movie overall was fine, just because I thought it was kind of fun. You know,
Yeah.
I thought it was a fun movie to watch.
It
But
was
if
a
you
fan
really wanna
service film.
If you want to nitpick it, it actually it's probably the farthest thing from a fan service.
Is
all
it?
the Hellboy,
I haven't seen
all
it.
the hell.
I haven't
it's-
seen it.
Each scene just takes apart from the comics, a random part, and it's all mismatched.
Oh.
So it's like, yeah, so it's completely out of order. Nothing really makes sense. But I thought it was a fun movie, to be honest.
Was it maybe
Like,
one of those situations where, like, okay, we have funding for a 2.5 hour movie or an hour and 45-minute movie, but let's try to fit as much from the comic in as we can. Like, is it one of the things where, like, they might have tried their best, but it just wasn't executed well, or how would you put it?
I do feel that way. I feel like they try to go for the best scenes of each comic
Okay.
and put it in one movie, but you're missing so much of the in between.
Right.
So like Hellboy 1 and Hellboy 2 with Ron Perlman, they actually had a good story and they followed it, right?
Yeah.
And the newest Hellboy, it was like flash cut, he's here, flash cut, he's there, flash cut, he's here. And like I'm sitting in the movie, my eyes are red shot because I'm so fucking high. I don't know if the movie just started or it's ending. But I did enjoy it, and I'm excited because they're actually making a new Hellboy video game.
Well, I thought Ron Perlman signed on for one last Hellboy film too.
That would be dope.
I swear
That would be
you might have to
amazing.
fact check that, but
Ron Perlman is Hellboy.
He is
man.
that cat.
I think I'll Jamie fact check that real quick. Here.
I'm actually as well.
New Ron Perlman. Dude, I love Ron Perlman too. Him and Sons of Anarchy. Mwah.
Oh, the Crimson Chin.
Yeah, there is a new Hellboy movie coming next year, but unlike the previous two Oh wait, no, never mind. This is the first initial announcement for the David Harbour film.
He said in one of the UK newspapers, Perlman talked about it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "Am I eager to do Hellboy 3? No, I'm 70 fucking years old."
Oh.
So probably the complete opposite of wanting to do another Hellboy.
Dude.
But he said, but fans do want a sequel. But that was this was actually last year in January. So this is around the time I'm pretty sure the Hellboy movie came out. If I'm not mistaken.
I think if I were going to cast the perfect Hellboy, honestly,
Big Nape.
No,
Big
dude.
Nape.
No, dude. Listen,
Hey,
hear me
Harry
out.
G.
Hear me out. Josh Brolin.
Jamie, look.
I mean,
It's the guy who played Thanos.
He played Thanos.
I don't know.
Dude.
I love Josh Brolin. I really do.
Exactly.
But he already was a great Thanos, but in
I
my
think he
opinion,
can do it.
I think he's set for his superhero. He's Cable, dude. He's my Cable.
Yeah, but those are
No,
too
listen,
far
listen.
between for him. He needs Hellboy.
What do you mean? It's three characters involving some type of comic.
Okay,
some type
but
of comic.
Yes, he has been in a lot, but if you think of it, if like you were thinking about an amount of butter scraped over bread here, he's been in 2 Marvel movies. Or 3 Marvel. Well, technically 2 licensed Marvel movies and 1 Deadpool.
And Deadpool.
So that's only 3 movies, and there were 2 different characters.
I don't know. Don't get me wrong, I love Josh Brolin, but I just feel like he's not,
Bro, he can.
how I say, fit enough to do it. He's not big enough.
What? Dude.
I just don't see it because he's got that cowboy body. Where
Yeah.
Dave Harbour's got that body like I just finished this Taco Bell burrito.
Okay, but
And it was
Ron
like 3,000
Perlman
calories.
Okay, so if he's 70 now, he was 50, almost 60 years old doing that shit in like 2005, 2006 in the original Help. So he's
But
probably
he's a big
around
guy. But he's a big guy though. Like,
yeah.
and I just don't know.
I think Josh.
I
Brolin
think
could do it.
I don't want them ruining Hellboy by doing, oh, let's cast this person, that person. You know, I don't want the Batman. I don't want a new Hellboy every other year.
Whoa. Okay, personally, I love that shit. I want to see as many adaptations of everything.
I don't
love
think you're
the
gonna
fact-
see that as much with Hellboy as compared to because Batman, like that's a house.
So
No,
Right.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm saying I don't want that happening to Hellboy. I'm just not a big DC guy. Don't get me wrong. I do like a lot of the Batman
Mhm.
actors, but Batman and Spider-Man are going to be played forever.
Yeah.
We're going to be 60 years old, and we're going to hear Joey Lively is now playing Batman, and it's some rinky-dink kid with a limp wrist and buck teeth, and now that's our Batman.
Yeah.
That's my son, damn it.
Jimmy Harrison or Harrison Garrett, either one, just Harrison Garrett. I don't
Harrison
know.
Garrett Jr.
I don't know. I just love Hellboy, and I liked David Harbour. Dave Harbour, is that you say his name, or is it David Harbour?
Yeah.
I liked him as Hellboy, and I think they should continue with him. If they're going to do anyone, just continue with him. I thought he was perfectly fine.
I did hear he was doing it. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. Like that, a really good fit for him. And honestly, I think if he's going to continue Hellboy, they need to let him keep his mustache, my babies. I'm just telling you.
I felt they just could have done a lot better with this movie overall. I mean, it has such bad ratings. The fan ratings are 48. The tomato meter, though, that's a 17.
Ooh,
I don't really look at the tomato meter. I always look at the fan service, like just the fan audience.
yeah.
Some people, it's like there's always a mix of their reviews. There's never in between either. It's either a 5-star going, this was the greatest experience of my life,
Yeah.
or it's the next one going, I hated every moment. I can't go back to sleep. I'm living a
I
nightmare.
see Hellboy when I close my eyes.
Yes, like only 39 reviews saying, "Oh, sorry, that's the critics review." It doesn't tell you the exact statistics for audience. That's crazy.
It's almost like they don't want you to know.
I think maybe there's just. Maybe there's just so many fucking reviews that like we can't put any more out.
What did
The
you?
big Hellboy industry is censoring this information.
What did you all? Since I just found out everybody likes The Watchmen. What did you think of the 2019 TV adaptation?
Didn't
never
keep
watched
up
it.
with it much.
Oh,
Didn't watch it. I
That's
didn't.
really good.
I think when it came out, it wasn't an HBO.
Learned it wasn't an adaptation and wasn't really interested in it. I feel like the adaptation and the comic both spoke for themselves pretty thoroughly.
I don't consider the movie an adaptation because if you think about it, it was
It's too different, but like
scene.
it's as close as I'm really gonna get. And Watchmen would be to faithfully adapt Watchmen at that time would have been very difficult. I feel like it'd be easier now.
I
but
don't know this
still.
for sure, but I think the whole shtick and the whole popularity behind that movie was the fact that it was like frame by frame,
Sin
exactly
City?
the comic. But I would have.
I
to
thought
look
it
that
was
up.
so close to Sin City. Like I don't know why, I just got Sin City vibes from it.
Zack
And
Snyder's is good.
movie buffs are like, every time you talk about Pulp Fiction or Sin City or American Psycho, they just start levitating. They're like, that is my favorite movie of all time. I think it's a good movie, but
Well, the best movie of all time was by Adam Sandler. So
well, okay. Well, me and Blake aren't too familiar with each other yet. Blake, I will let you know I am.
So-
There's only a few things in this world I love.
Mhm.
My wife,
Yeah.
Taco Bell,
Yeah.
Dark Souls,
Of course.
and Adam Sandler.
Uh,
I call it the ACU, the Adam Sandler Cinematic. I have seen every
It's a thing.
single Adam Sandler movie, and I've showed Harrison frame by frame of comparisons of characters carrying over. For example, in 50 First Dates, there is a character called 10 Second Tom. 10 Second Tom is also in a movie called Blended, when he plays 10 Second Tom. It's all connected. It's like, forget the Marvel universe. Watch the Adam Sandler cinematic universe, dude. All the movies are intertwined, and they just imagine that Adam Sandler is playing a different character, and it's somewhere in the world. New York, California, I think Wyoming is one he had in 8 Crazy Nights. I'm pretty sure he had one in Florida. I could be wrong. And and I want to be, I don't know. Adam Sandler just has he looks like he has fun making his movies, because what he does, he's like, look, where are we going on vacation at? And he throws a dartboard of a map. And he's like, that's where we're going. They take 2 cameras. They just go, pretty much looks like they go with their iPhones, record a couple of dumb jokes, and they just released $1 million blockbuster while they just spent 3 months on vacation.
I've never been a huge. Okay, what is your favorite Adam Sandler movie? Let me ask that.
It has to be one of the classics.
Yeah.
For me, Click is a really good one, honestly. I think that was right before the downfall. I want to say Big Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
I just really liked Big
Wedding
Daddy.
Singer, bro. Take it all the way back.
You like Wedding Singer? Hey, that's a lot of people like that one. A lot of people say that's the best, and I don't blame it. It has Drew Barrymore in it, and it's just.
I'm a big music guy, and the soundtrack alone for that movie is just. It's great.
Let me look at Adam Sandler's all of his movies, actually just listed in front
But
of
if
me.
we're talking more of a modern sense, I loved Grown Ups.
Jamie. I'd probably say Grown Ups. Grown Ups or Big Daddy. Someone asked me a question one time. If I could pick one movie for the rest of my life to watch, I'd pick Grown Ups.
It's a great movie, dude. It's wholesome.
I think through the entire point, it is one of the only few movies I've seen where almost all of it is a positive mood. Yeah. Even when movies do the same formula where it's introduction to comedy to downfall to forgiveness, there is no downfall. The only downfall there is 5 minutes when David Spade's about to jump on a turtle. He's like, no, the turtle! And he's in the lake. That is the only downfall of that movie. And everything goes good. And then they go to the water park. And I literally was 12 years old when that movie came out. And I was jumping in my fucking seat, dude, watching that water park scene. I was like, yes! Yes!
If I had to pick a movie I could only, if I could only ever watch one movie, you know what? I'd pick Shark Tales.
Really? Shark Tales?
No, not genuinely. I don't know.
Okay,
I don't feel like I genuinely pick Shark Tales. That wouldn't be a bad movie, though. I like that movie. I actually really like that movie.
What?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
No. I just looked at Rotten Tomatoes review for fucking Grown Ups. It's 11%.
Bro, what are they on?
Apparently they don't have eyes because they rated the Velma show higher than this.
Dude, that's sad because Glenn Howerton.
Also, the fan reviews are at 62%. I mean, honestly, that's not too bad. That's considered a hey, go watch this kind of movie.
And let's be real, none of Adam Sandler's movies are groundbreaking, but they all have that.
I don't know, they're pretty revolutionary for me.
They're great. Don't get me wrong.
I'm just joking. Imagine me sitting there and a beam of light is coming from my TV and it's hitting me and my hair is pushing back and I'm just sitting there.
Oh my God. Watching The Waterboy.
One movie.
It's a little Nicky.
One movie I personally loved and I thought was a bit underrated. Growing up, I didn't hear many people talk about it. Was the first Hotel Transylvania.
I've never watched any of those.
I only seen the first one and I just genuinely liked that because it was grown-ups, but they were monsters. I'm pretty sure there's a scene where they go to the water, they go to a pool.
I'll have to take your word on that one.
I think that was just a fun movie to watch, and my dad even enjoyed it. And my dad, me and him have very similar comedies, but he does not like cartoons. And I've kind of gotten to that point where I'm like that as well. I just cannot sit down to watch something's animated, even if it's anime. I just can't sit down and watch it.
No. If I had children, I would definitely be all over that shit. I'd be watching all the movies that came out that were family friendly. My grandfather did the same thing for me. Every time something came out, he's like, hey, you want to go to the movie? I'm going to do that for my kid. But, until I have to do that, I'm not going to do that.
Emery likes to watch animated and cartoon movies. And I'm trying to force myself to watch more. She mentioned one the other night, and I was like, yeah, we have movie night. I love movie night. We watch 2 to 3 movies. We just have a good time.
Oh, that's what's up.
Watched...
I'm big on anime movies. I enjoy. There have been a lot of anime movies I've really enjoyed.
Tell me.
We watched Monsters vs.
Akira.
Aliens.
Akira is definitely one of them.
Oh, okay.
Just the Akira has such fantastic, because it was released in the 80s, I believe the early to mid 80s, and the animation is some type of special cell animation that they did, and it's just fantastic. It had an extremely high budget at the time, and it still holds up. It is I would say as well animated as a Studio Ghibli film, if not a little bit better.
That's a lot to say about it.
So I bet
Yeah,
you're a Cowboy
and-
Bebop fan as well, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
It's a masterpiece.
You're a
That
man
shit
of
is
culture.
beautiful.
I can appreciate
It is beautiful.
I
I'm a Cowboy Bebop fan. Another good Ghost in the Shell is a very good animated movie. Tech on Concrete, which is one that not a lot of people have heard
I
about.
don't think I've heard of it.
It's very good. It's about these two boys growing up in like a city, and they get into some adventures
Oh, Fresh
regarding
Prince.
some mafia bosses who want to take over the city. Definitely recommend it.
Link me that.
I will.
Definitely watch that.
It's very good. Any Studio Ghibli movie,
Yeah.
especially Princess Mononoke and Ponyo. Ponyo just makes me feel so good. It makes me feel all warm inside.
I remember watching like a 12-episode anime called Shiki. I think it was 12 episodes. But all it was just like this weird vampire shit and a dude with a cigarette in his mouth. That was the plot of the whole fucking show. It's crazy.
Cigarette smoking vampire.
Trigun's a good anime that I always enjoyed. I'm not even getting into movies now. I'm just kind of getting into anime.
They're bringing back Trigun, and I don't really like how it looks.
I'll give it a chance.
It just. I don't
If you're a
like what they
diehard
did.
fan, you always give whatever they have a chance. You know, that's just how it goes.
Yeah.
I'm a diehard Harry Potter fan, the whole Wizarding World thing, and I sat through all of the Fantastic Beasts, and I still think they're good movies. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
I'm that way with Lord
Dude,
of the
that's
Rings.
what I'm
I sat
saying.
through all the Rings of
I
Power.
literally,
Is it not good?
I would literally,
So it's
if I had
Go ahead.
one series of movies I'd watch for the rest of my life, it would be Lord of the Rings.
It'd be the Lord of the Rings now that I think about it. Yeah, I agree with that. I honestly did feel that way.
So
There was a guy during his last meal, like he was on the death row, and he ordered a bunch of food and all of the Lord of the Rings movies, like extended cuts, and they allowed him to watch it.
yeah, what a
He
way
was-
to go.
He's like, I gotta go out in style.
It's just beautiful, man. That whole
It is.
movie series is just, it's perfect.
The amount of depth, especially with the books, the amount of depth in the Lord of the Rings is legitimately insane.
I like Lord of the Rings, and I've always heard good things about Lord of the Rings. The only time I've ever heard anyone say anything bad about Lord of the Rings is when they talk about the Hobbit movies. That is the only time I've ever heard anything bad about it.
It was something that should not have been 3 parts. It was not necessary.
That's what I heard. I heard they should have been one movie, but they just kept pushing.
But
and
it was the
stretching.
CGI that killed it for me. I'm being honest.
Killed it like in a good way or a bad way.
And about, because I'm so...
It was
Lord of the
different.
Rings, bro, like, all special effects. Maybe there was some CGI in there at some parts. Like, especially in the dark, where you can't really notice it as much. But, like, damn.
A lot of it was that really cool practical
Yeah.
effect. Like they built the miniature of Helm's Deep. Dude, that's so dope. You don't
Helm,
see that anymore.
listen, Helm's Deep, the Battle of Helm's Deep is a cinematic fucking masterpiece.
It
That
is.
is that I would, in my opinion, is unmatched. But like even from a cinema perspective, in my opinion, is hard to match. It is so insane.
God, we need to dedicate one episode to just talking about Lord of the Rings.
Dude, I'm into it, dude. I've read this. I've read the Silmarillion. I know the Hobbit, the Lord of the Rings. Like I know all the lore, dude. I'm a big Tolkien nerd.
I'm gonna read them all, and then whenever I get done reading them all, give me like a week or two, and we'll
It is a task.
I can't read, so what I'll do is I'll rewatch the movies and we'll talk about it.
Well, more than likely,
Yeah,
I'm
I've
gonna
met
say I'm
people
gonna read 'em,
before.
but I'm just gonna watch it again.
I've met a lot of people before who don't understand some parts of it. Like they don't, mainly Sauron.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand what the fuck that is about.
I can explain it if you'd like.
Please
Yes.
do.
Alright, go ahead. Fuck it.
Okay, so who is the Lord of the Rings?
Big Nate.
Besides Big Neck, the Lord of the Rings is Sauron.
That's what I say, isn't it, Sauron?
Yeah, he's the one that helped make all the rings. So he went to this elven smith called Celebrimbor long before the movie takes place, and he tricked him. He disguised himself as an elf and tricked him into helping him make rings of power. Because the thing about the Lord of the Rings is the magic that is in that world is slowly decreasing as time passes. And elves are magical creatures. They're tied to the magic of Middle-earth, right?
Shit.
Yeah.
So as magic decreases, they start to do this thing called fade. And the only way to stop it is to travel out west to this place called Aman. That's why at the end of The Lord of the Rings, Galadriel and Gandalf and Frodo all get in the boat and they sail west, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's where they're going.
Right. The Undying Lands.
Yeah, they have to go to the Undying Lands.
Okay.
And men are not allowed to go into the Undying Lands, but that's a different thing to get into. So Sauron, yeah, he was allowed. Some of the characters at the end of the Lord of the Rings got like special exceptions, like Frodo and Gimli. So Sauron disguised himself as an elf and went to the smith named Celebrimbor and was like, "Hey, I know this way that you guys can stop from fading so you won't have to go to the Undying Lands and you can stay in Middle-earth." And the elves are like, "Sign me up for that shit, homie." So they helped him forge these rings of power, and he made 16 of them. The smith would later go on to make 4 by himself, but that's different. That's the ring that Galadriel, that's one of the rings that Galadriel and Gandalf have. They all have rings that were made separately from Sauron. But it was a trick. Because Sauron is a manipulator. His power is to bend people's will to his, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why Galadriel says his will to dominate all life. He poured that into the One Ring. So he goes back to Mordor and forges the One Ring. So basically what the 16 rings do is they make them vulnerable to Sauron's influence mentally, and the One Ring makes Sauron's mental influence stronger. So basically he was kind of trying to mind control them.
Right.
But the elves figured it out just in time, and it didn't work on the elves. So what he did is he distributed some of the rings to dwarves too. That didn't work because part of how the ring controls people is it tempts them with what they most desire. And the dwarves just desired wealth.
Part of the
the wealth and the mountains. So it didn't really work on them that well. But then he tried giving them to humans, and what humans desire more than anything is to live. So what it would do is the rings would extend their lifespan until they faded into the world between worlds and became wraiths, and that's how the ring wraiths came to be.
No shit.
But eventually, he forges the One Ring for that purpose, to try and do that, to achieve world domination, and that's where the battle of I'm cutting out a lot, but that's what leads into
we will have a Lord of the Rings episode.
Yeah, I thought I knew some shit about Lord of the Rings, but you know some shit about Lord of the Rings.
Let's plan it. Let me rewatch all of the movies, which I'll start tomorrow. But let's plan the episode for that, and we can dive into it.
Oh yeah,
hard. What is your favorite Lord of the Rings movie? Mine was actually the Two Towers. I'm not gonna lie, I really like that one.
It's a tie, but I like Two Towers a lot, so it's hard for me to say this, but I do like Return of the King.
Yeah.
Return of the King is probably my favorite.
I hate to be that guy, but Two Towers was my first one I ever seen. I don't know how old I was, but I was sitting on my cousin's couch, jaw on the floor. I was flabbergasted again.
I remember, as they came out in theaters, bro.
We're not that old.
I know. I didn't want to say that. But
I'm just fucking with you.
But oh man, something about, and John, I'm sure you experienced this too, but there's nothing you get home from school Friday, second grade's been rough that week, you get in the fucking car, your mom says, "Hey, you got anything tonight?" And then you say, "No, I'm 7 years old." She says, "Well, we're going to see motherfucking Lord of the Rings." And you just know your weekend.
The way you're telling this makes it sound like they didn't have movies when we were a couple years later. They got rid of movies. They were outlawed. You don't understand, guys. My childhood. I'm just fucking with you.
I'm telling you, it was just something different.
Childhood, I actually plan on getting a tattoo of the place because it's no longer around. My childhood, every Friday, my mom would take me to Hollywood Video, and she let me pick 1 game and 2 movies.
Ooh.
Dude, that was my every Friday. Dude, that's what I enjoyed doing. I'm gonna get a Hollywood Video tattoo.
I wish some shit like that would come back, dude. Like, it would be popular because people would just enjoy doing that again, you know?
Oh, I think, well, Redbox is still around, but no one ever goes to that. But I think
That's not true. I've seen many a crackhead at the Redbox.
Trying to open it up. There was the Redbox in Oliver Springs. That one. I heard that someone broke into it and took all the movies and shit.
I don't know. Movies were big. Like, obviously they were to you too, man. But like, oh man,
I'm
grown up not having shit.
You ever
man.
stuck a water hose through a golf ball?
I grew up. Yep, did last night.
I did.
I didn't grow up with internet either. As well.
Oh shit.
So I didn't have internet until I was 16. So my childhood, like I knew like Harrison for a long time. I knew most of these people. They knew me before I had internet. Most of everyone in here. So we come over and I'd be like, "It's movie night. Which Adam Sandler movie we watching?" And I pull them out. I love movies. I love watching movies with people. That is one of if I had to pick one thing to do for the rest of my life, I'd quit gaming. I'd quit everything. I just pick watching movies with people. I just love doing that.
Did you ever see? And this is so off topic. One of my favorite movies in the world was Wild Hogs. Did you ever
For
see
real?
Dude,
Okay.
yes! I love Wild Hogs. Oh my fucking god. I cannot believe I've seen another human who's ever heard of Wild Hogs. Me and Harrison and myself are the only two people I've ever just know. That's great. I do love I actually rewatched
Is
that.
that dodgeball movie?
I rewatch it constantly.
No, Wild Hogs is about the four guys going on
John
a road trip
Travolta.
on their Wild John
Yes.
Travolta.
Yes,
Yep.
dude.
It's about them going on a trip and then they kind of fuck over some bikers and then they go to this town and hide and they are like a gang, but they're not really a gang. It's a pretty good movie. It's
so funny.
It's one of the, it's like a good feel good movie. It's like Grown Ups. It's like one of those types. It's like a bunch of guys or people just going to hang out and just having a good time. I don't know, just those feel good movies.
All-star cast too.
Dodgeball is also a great movie.
I love
That's what I'm a big Ben Stiller person. We rewatched Zoolander 1 and 2 the other day. Fucking horrible, but I've never been so happy. I don't know. I love Ben Stiller. Did you know that the character he plays in Dodgeball, White Goodman, that isn't his first time playing that character?
What?
There is a movie called Heavyweights. It was I can look up the year. It was a Disney movie. He didn't play White Goodman, but it's the same character, and it's about kids going to fat camp, and it's his fat camp. And so he's trying to whip the kids into shape. It is a fantastic a child movie. If you want like a nostalgic movie, it was during the time that, I don't know if you watched Big Fat Liar or Blank Check. It was around that time. So it was like the golden like Disney live action movies.
Early 2000s type shit. Okay.
It was, I highly recommend going watching it. It's on Disney Plus. It's still such a feel good movie. And some of the actors you may recognize. And
Welcome back.
Ben Stiller's in it, and he's a great character, and he's like the villain. Again, he's playing the same villain. He's like, look at your ugly bodies.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
It's literally the same. It's imagine like a PG version or PG version, and then you want to watch the rated R, go to the fucking Dodgeball movie. Yeah, it's literally the same movie. It's great.
Link me the title of that, because that's
of course.
Send me the title of that, because that's gonna be. I'm gonna have to rewatch The Lord of the Rings. I gotta read them, you know.
That's no easy task, dude. You said that one gets just a casual read. It is, dude, man.
I saw,
especially if you read the Silmarillion, it's insane.
Me and my girl were at Barnes and Noble last weekend, and they have their Lord of the Rings section. I was like, dude, I was thinking about this at that point. I was like, I would really love to fucking read them. And then I looked at the Silmarillion. Holy fuck. And then I opened the Silmarillion, and it doesn't seem like it's a hard read, but it's just not. Okay, I read the Twilight series in middle school.
Mm-hmm.
That's a relatively easy read for a middle schooler. Stephanie Meyer's not, she's not very intricate with her writing. It's pretty straightforward, paints a good picture. Tolkien, vastly different story. and I've heard this from multiple people, like he'll go into a lot of detail.
Very, very minute detail.
Yeah, over just a field. Like they'll be walking and they'll pass a field and he will explain the battle in such great detail that it'll take up 25 pages. Like,
that's what makes him so great, in my opinion.
Exactly. It's just I'm just not used to it, so I'm gonna have to take it. So I'll probably read the Silmarillion last.
The languages in the Lord of the Rings and Tolkien's work are based off of real languages.
Yeah, he was a
He's a linguist.
A linguist, yeah, that's the term. Yeah.
I wish he had more of a prominent role in the making of Elden Ring, to be honest. You know what he did in Elden Ring?
You're thinking of George R.R. Martin.
Is that who you're talking about? I thought you were...
No, we're talking about J.R.R. Tolkien.
I love this shit so much.
I thought you were memeing for a minute.
This is amazing.
Yep, I am. Cutting it out. Brad made it funny. I'm gonna have John's laugh track right there. There was a few laughs I showed Emery for. I'm showing people the funny parts I find in the podcast, because actually I'm enjoying re-listening to it. To be honest with you, it's kind of just very.
What's the consensus?
What do you mean? I don't know what that word means. To be honest with you, man.
You showed people like there's everybody in everything.
Oh yeah, they're laughing. Yeah, they're laughing. They like it. It's I don't know. It's very fun. It's like you can sit back and we have a different level, and this is the kind of podcast I want. I want a bunch of friends talking.
Yeah.
I want us shooting the shit. I'm not a big.
That's what it is, pretty much.
I'm not a big interview guy, and I will ask some interview questions, and I do like writing interview questions. But it's just this is Discord. This is what we're doing right now.
That's what I talked about originally. Is like, because we were talking, and it's like, dude, if we could record some of the shit.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. There's times where I'm just like,
this is literally Discord.
I have to record some shit and like throw it on Insta because it's too fucking funny. It's too good.
Yeah, exactly. So like, that's what I want. I just want us sitting here right now, talking, having a good time, and that's what I feel like we're having, and that's how the other episode felt too, and that's what I want to continue with this.
And honestly, I feel like I don't expect anything to come from this podcast. Like I said, I'm just happy to have a creative outlet, like you said, Brad. Mm-hmm. But I feel like as far as other big podcasts like the Joe Rogan Experience and things like that, like they might have a topic, but generally when it boils down to it, when you listen, it's just him bullshitting. It's just him talking about a random subject.
And they're throwing up some facts, and
yeah,
he's saying something about it. I agree. I know. I just want it to be in a chill time. I don't want anybody stressing, you know. If we fuck up some words, a little editing here, a little editing there, it's not a huge deal. And that's
for like Sophie was, you know, having me still going there, bro. She's just acting up. So,
bro, get her on the podcast. We'll have her on an episode featuring Sophie. It's just like a 30-minute little episode of her going Dude, Among Us.
That's hilarious. Some shit she would say.
Poopy.
I think we need to ban Among Us. I think it should be illegal. It's dangerous.
I mean, it's Among Us.
See if y'all wanted to play some Among Us sometime.
I think we need to put a tax on it.
I mean, yeah. I played a single game the other day, and now I'm feeling a little bit like the imposter. Might be a little sus.
Tell Blake about the last time I played Among Us.
The last time we played Among Us, Brad got so fucking pissed because
I can't spell.
We played with randoms, and randoms were topping in chat like, "Oh, so and so sus," and like I was in medbay. Brad can't fucking spell, so he couldn't read.
I have an actual problem. I cannot spell. I have like a 3rd grade spelling level, and so I'm slowly like I'm chicken pecking my keyboard, and they're fucking paragraph, and I'm like. They're like, he's not saying anything. He's super sus. I'm like, I just kept typing. I can't. I just kept typing. I can't type. I can't spell. 1 second. And then I just got so mad. I installed it immediately after that game, dude. Immediately after the game, I was like, I'm done.
I feel like Among Us is one of those games where you have to play it like in a setting like we would have to get like several other people in here and just play it with ourselves.
When the game came out, we had that. We had like a full lobby. Like we had that, and that was super fun. But when one person hates on a game around here, mostly a lot of people start to hate on it.
It's the same with Brad. Usually or Marcus will start hating on Brad, and then we all remember how much we hate Brad.
Every time I work, when I have work in the morning, I wake up to a message at 3 in the morning from Harrison's, and hey, just let you know you have work this morning.
I don't, Ball.
He just wants to rub it in. It's all.
I said, wake up.
I said, wake up!
Get your ass up.
Man, that video and the guy being sprayed by the mustard are some of the funniest videos I have ever laughed at.
Dude, it's
in my
funny because
entire
when the
life.
mustard
Have you
was
seen that,
going on,
Blake?
he's like, oh, God.
I gotta say, one of my personal favorites is the crackhead that's like frozen, and then he goes, "Boy, stuck in time. Boy, got that virus."
Oh my gosh. Okay, you know what? We've been recording for a while, and I think this is a good spot to end the podcast. Anyone have any final words to say before I kiss Harrison?
Balls.
Penis.
It is what
Nuts.
it is because it do be.